Today, I want to talk about building soil health and fertility. My yard is mostly clay. Some areas have some rocks and gravel, but for the most part, it's just all clay. And when I first started, I bought a lot of mulch from Lowe's and Home Depot, used chemical fertilizers, which worked well initially, but both didn't really help with improving my soil quality. So the next thing I did was get a huge load of wood chips from one of the tree trimming services around the area. And that helped a bunch with retaining the moisture, suppressing the weed growth. But during COVID, nearly impossible to get wood chips. Seems like everyone's doing these home projects, so I couldn't get a second load. Okay, hold on. Kimo is here, gonna show me something he made. What is it, Kimo? You wanna show me what you made? What is it?
It's a laser radar. It's a laser radar airplane. It lasers.
Cool. You wanna show me?
It can laser bad guys, Daddy.
Whoa.
Laser them. But those are the lasers.
I like it.
Thanks. I made it all by myself.
I know. All right. And yeah, so I couldn't get a second load of the wood chips and didn't really feel like paying for more. So, on one side of the house, it is wood chips, and other side is store-bought mulch. Because as you can see with the wood chips and the like, it doesn't really look that awesome. And my wife preferred more of a uniform ground cover like that. So then when I started planting the fruit trees, I wanted to use more organic fertilizers since those will help build soil. And I would use compost and manure around each fruit tree too. So my goal with all this soil building is to use a few applications of the compost and fertilizer from the store, and then kind of converting it to more of my homemade stuff, homemade compost, as well as a chop and drop from the existing trees. Even a couple times collected some fallen leaves from the park, and I've used some grass clippings from my mom's house to use as compost and chop and drop for this yard. So pretty much nothing leaves this house. The green bin never gets taken to the dump. Everything gets reused somehow. Even trees that I don't really care for or that have come with the house, I've used coconut, a mock orange hedge in the front, a fishtail palm, this jabong here, a lot of stuff, moringa, the lemongrass, how I've mentioned in the last video, the haula right there, the pigeon peas, even the sweet potatoes. I can't really eat this much of the leaves, so even some of the vines that kind of overgrow, I'll use that as chop and drop for the fruit trees. I'm trying to be a little better with my budget. I've spent enough on the trees where I'm going to try not to have to spend so much on the fertilizer and kind of just using what I have already. The next step I'm going to try is to use diluted urine in a 1 gallon sprayer. Sounds gross, but after doing some research, it sounds like a pretty good idea because if it's your urine, at least you know where it's coming from. It is sterile coming out of your body, so that's another plus. The NPK ratio of it is 11:4, which is a little high in nitrogen for me, but it'll do the job, especially when the trees are young like this. Gonna do it as a foliar feed on the leaves. Well, the leaves I'm not gonna eat, of course, and then at the base of the trunk and the roots. So that's a quick update of my soil, and hopefully it will help grow and get everything nice and big. Thanks for joining me. Alrighty, bye bye.